These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between TT and Ultra Prime.
Moved up, as you say. Grubs are coming up in 10 seconds as well, so the Grump maybe just a bonus as TT look towards those 3 purple guys, but Feather has been found, and level 4 Alistair just ain't tanky enough. Feather will fall. First blood goes the way of Jinxian.
Ultra Prime, tempo
even slightly ahead in CS, all off the back of that strut passive movement speed. And like, I was watching him go down on the minimap. This speed, knows he's in the right place and can tank this damage, knows he's going to go for that reset, knows that 1xN needs to go for a reset too. 1xN doesn't get a chance to go for a reset, and Doggo knows that he's got a window here. Plasma Prog to 1xN, flashed on! Doggo with the solo kill!
1xN did not have any map. The entirety of TT is actually walking towards the top side map. 1xN might be a little bit too slow, and 4 grubs are already going to be secured for Ultra Prime.
Nice 4. Hacker might be able to smite a 5th one. Can they get the 6th? But Hoya wants to fight first. Feather flashed away from it, just soaks an entire bullet time, but it's pretty damn tanky. Niket now the one in trouble. Newcal flies over the wall to finish the job. Hoya slams it with a shield to take the kill, but that was a 5-man commit.
However, Ultra Prime have put a lot of faith and a lot of resources and a lot of tempo movement on the map to try and secure those void grabs, whilst DT's always trading them for those.
Side lane, well, he's got an opportunity here to get maybe not just a plate, maybe he'll be able to finish this one off. Hoya tries to stop the attempt, but the grubs are enough. Hoya now being engaged upon, but in the meantime, it's Hacker. Caught out in the tri-brush, thought he had positioning. Qingtian TP's into the play, and he's going to look for Feather as well. Stun comes on through. Follow-up CC is there from Niket as well. Feather realizes he's not going anywhere on this one, and Yuakai will sweep up the kill.
1 for 1 overall. Hacker enters that tri-bush. However, on the other side of the map, TT are trading with a tower for themselves. Also pre-14, all the vision behind enemy lines that they have. TP from Pulpy could also be huge.
Yucal has gone bot to deal with the wave as a Herald comes down mid. This will be prio for Ultra Prime. It might even be a tier 1. They won't commit, and actually Hoya denies the escape. Sunflare goes in as Qingtian finds a double stun against the Ola over the wall. Takes Beige1 down with it. Feather using that ult tries to move forwards, but Ultra Prime now have control of the river.
And now this is the problem, right? TT do not have a lot of engage other than the Alistar, and your smite is down. If Ultra Prime play this slow, they can actually sneak in with the Baron. Sorry, the Dragon.
Doggo needs to move around to the rest of his team here. Hacker on the front line right now. Niket is pretty squishy as well. Gets a little bit of honey through as Hoya does find his ultimate. That's Yuakai gone out of the picture, but the smite's still there, so Drake taken. And TT could not get their engage. Nice, all on one team. If move away from the top side for just 10 seconds, that Baron will be gone instantly. Yucal is found in the jungle. Solar Flare lands, all out should be available. Pulls it back into the mix, but he still dives over the wall. Hacker couldn't get in because Hoya was playing to body block. Q3 comes out from Qingtian. In goes the get to stay up onto 1xN, but the plant blocks the coming. Finally, they fall, but TT have managed to answer to some extent. 3 for 2 in the end.
What an absolutely messy fight, and Ultra Prime come up on top right here, catching people one by one, and they're gonna even start the Baron. Only Yucal and Hoya around. Yucal does not have TP, so he has to walk up with 30% of his HP bar remaining.
It's the same as the Drake. Beige1 went down, so Ultra Prime have an opportunity with a smite advantage. Hoya has to try and move in. Ultimate is available for him. The bullet time means Doggo is alone now. Hoya manages to send the rest of the team packing, but with barrier, Doggo still doesn't die.
Incredible stuff again.
Hoya's been doing a lot this game on the Poppy. Hacker maybe could have committed to the earlier stage of that fight, maybe got Yucal, but they're just going to do Baron here. Feather has found Doggo over the wall. Solar Flare used to deny the follow-up, and this time the bullet time lands. Feather will fall. Hoya might just be put to sleep here. This Whirl Seed goes wide. Not going to commit the lullaby just yet. Hoya still continuing to tank up, but put to sleep. In the mid lane, Ultra Prime just get one onto the support.
Huge pick right there, only 4 members remaining.
So damn quickly, Niket is going to have to try and move in. Bullet time is a powerful spell in a Baron pit, but can Ultra Prime actually contest in time? They're moving in, it's 8k on the Baron right now as Ultra Prime desperate to contest, and TT will relent. They respect the threat from Ultra Prime, and it's just a dragon for nothing.
Ultra Prime are in a phenomenal position right there. Not only do they get their second dragon, they have complete control of that mid lane. They're pressuring down the wave. They can get a mid lane tier 2 for free. TT's composition is not created doing...
Feather is hunting for anyone that tries to face check. Jingtian happy to be the one to face check for H1. Caught by a swirl seed. Hacker goes in. Could find a lullaby onto 2 here. Hoya starting to run out of HP, but the Baron is just going to be gone. He gets flashes into the bits. Hoya goes down. Ultra Prime searching for and find the Oro! No! Pulls Patron out of the bullet time. It doesn't matter. Jingtian finishes the job. He's good for it. It's 2 kills in trade for a Baron.
Ultra Prime do it again, even though it's TT getting away with the Baron this time around. Ultra Prime look at every single lane, pushing top, pushing mid. Oh, Fnatic push!
Yuakai caught, but he survives. He moves away. 1xN chasing for more, but Jingtian is having none of it. Dashes over and immediately stuns up 1xN with the Kai'Sa down. That's potentially a top tier 2.
Our question here for Ultra Prime was, you just broke an 8-game lose streak. You beat RA very convincingly 2-0. You did this through side lane prep.
Hoya trying to get a flank on the mid lane. Doggo's got to be a little bit careful. Surely Yuakai saw him going in. Yuakal dives onto Yuakai. Sorry, Yuakal, not Yuakal. As it will be a kill there. Nice little pick in the jungle from TT. Perhaps a chance mid lane, but TT will just finish this Drake. I think Ultra Prime are forgetting the Drake. They're just going straight towards a mid lane inhibitor. TT, their bluff has been called. They fight for the soul and suddenly find there is no fight. Mid lane Inhib tower down. Inhib might just fall, but TT are hunting for an engage here. Flash from Hoya. The knockup is there. Can they finish the kills is the question. Yuakai went down. This is the fight. The bullet time denied. Jingtian finds one over the wall, but he's alone and has to dash away. Hacker alongside him, and TT chasing down. They got the Drake. They get a couple of kills on top. Maybe a third onto Jingtian as Yuakal desperate to chase this one down. But Jingtian up in the top side. Can he get away with this one? I'm not so sure that he can. Spotted as well. Hoya will head him off, and that will be a third for TT. No! Ooh. The flash from Jingtian keeps him safe, but still, TT protect their base.
Ultra Prime punished for the proactivity over in the mid lane. Great flank coming in from TT. They did break the formation, but they found the key target.
Coming up onto the map. It's 11-8. Gold minorly in favor of Ultra Prime, but not enough to be a big difference in these fights, especially with 3 items now on 1xN. Hoya slowed down, double sleep, comes on through, and the bullet time lands onto H1. Smite gone right before an objective again.
H1 doesn't have flash, so the second he overextends, Niket sees the open windows, he sees the opportunity, engages. Hoya now too far forward.
They're really overestimating his presence in the mid lane there. He just walks into them and dies. I mean, that's Baron for free for Ultra Prime. TT,
what is going on?
That's just shocking, really.
H1, Hoya, both of these members, no flashes available. They walk up to a team that is more than happy again to pick up isolated targets and go more than enough engage, more than enough damage to take you down. A lot of those item power spikes have been...
Until Jingtian is also pushing up in that bottom side. So they move up to the top lane to deal with that wave, to deal with Hoya. And maybe get a pick onto Hoya, actually, as they find a lilting lullaby. Forget the waves. They've got a free kill on the top side. Hoya trying to escape with his life, but the solo player will lock him down. And that will be Ultra Prime in a 5v4 with Baron to work with. Stranglethorns do absolutely nothing. Now they can move back to the mid lane if they want to. Drake is coming up if they fancy that. I do think breaking the base with the Drake here. Okay, Ultra Prime not going to try and go mid this time. They are going to respect this play. Yuakai on a flank on Lucian, not what you'd usually expect to see. They're just not in position. Ultra Prime, they've got to find a way into this fight. 5k on the Dragon. There's going to be a 50-50 for the smites, and it will be taken. TT get the soul feather, sacrificed for the objective as the rest of TT. Look at them sprint, look how fast they are.
You guys TPing mid as well. It's going to be taking the inhibitor. The rest of Ultra Prime are on a flank base, region that HP, and get back in, because Ultra Prime have already started that Baron, and it's going down real quick.
Okay, certainly is. H1 is here this time around. No flash to get in there. Has to walk up for the smite if they're going to go for the 50-50, and it looks like they are. The Baron low, and will be taken down. Ultra Prime getting the Baron. Can they get the fight as well as Hoya flashes back out? 1xN dives into the backline. as Yukai tries to match him. 1xN retreating and Niket chased down in the jungle. TT lose the Baron, but look for the fight instead. Doggo caught, recall, cancelled, double for Yukai, but he falls himself.
And look at Yukai TPing down.
Same way, Swirlseed goes out. Elder is now live on the map. Both teams still just posturing. Neither team has really actually moved towards the dragon itself as the Q3 does land. Solar Flare gets down onto Hoya. Bullet time is enough to shred the tanks at this point. Q3 lands, but the Steadfast Present denies the follow-up. And Ultra Prime can't quite finish it. Lilting Lullaby comes on through. The Poppy ult denied from Hoya, but the Zenith's blade is wide. And they still can't finish these kills. Good chunk from Yukai as Ultra Prime move into the river. TT, I think, have been pushed away in a 1xN.
Wait!
Dives in and finds one. Yukai down. Feather Fans engaged and Yukai can pop off now. Seri has the time and the space to take over the fight. But 1xN is the hero for TT. Yukai finishes one off. Doggo looks to answer it, but the barrier comes through. And Yukai will narrowly survive. Elder Dragon will go the way of TT.
What a massive team fight win for TT. But with the Elder Dragon right now, TT know they're damn well are not going to be engaged on any...
This is their moment. It feels like they have been a little bit behind all game. It feels like the objectives that they got, even if a wave gets in, Doggo could just ult it. And I don't think TT, then again, Doggo's ult just gets cancelled by Feather. So I guess TT can just break the base open.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think Doggo can stand still around Poppy and Alistar at all. And TT right here could be looking for an end.
Oh, they're going to end the game, aren't they? They've got Elder Dragon. They've got the fight with still 20 seconds to go on the bug. TT, though, will all be put to sleep here by Hacker. Maybe some follow-up can come on through, but Hacker's gone down. Doggo still surviving. Yukai surviving. All three laners up for Ultra Prime. And Elder, 10 seconds until it times out. The health bar is so low for TT. H1 out of mana as well, so he can't really get into the play. Doggo dodging away from the laser. Hoya there, but they blocked the minion wave as Jingtian gets back underneath the tower. Doggo gets a bounce. Ultra Prime have held on against all odds. Yukai dives on in, but 1xN answers once more. Sonya's to keep himself alive. Another kill, but it's not enough for TT.
1xN has stepped up massively over and over again. His development has been incredible.
5 though, and that's important. Wait, there's one minion there among Ultra Prime. Are they just going to try and run mid instead? I don't think he can. 1xN is found. He'll be put to sleep, but cleanses it. Niket now looking to get onto the Kaiser, but 1xN punishes Hacker for even looking in his direction. Turns golden to keep himself alive. Dips out of the play. 1xN. What a beautiful set of plays in this late game, but it's not over just yet because Yukai still going strong. Yukai has to carry on the opposite side, but Feather knocks him up and Yukai takes him down. Niket barely surviving and Hoya has a shield with his name on it, but Jingtian finds a 1v1 on towards Yukai. It's not enough. This is a late game, Zeri. 7 items.
To come back up. I'm not sure they have enough resources right there. This is one cannon, but Hoya can definitely tank for Yukai to end this tower. TT. Wow.
Just about enough. Yukai will be there to carry the fight. 1xN, what a...
Absolutely. One of the Qingqian specials right there from his time in top esports as well. One of the champions that he made his name on. You'll know better than me. All that prayer towards the bot side of the map. Hacker is coming towards the bot side of the map. They do have a very tiny wave. Now they're looking for a dive here.
Oh my goodness, Niket goes underneath the tower. Feather ignited and will be finished off. First blood for Niket. A beautiful dive from Ultra Prime.
Great stuff right there. But Mininar puts onto you, and Steel Cups mitigates a lot of that early pressure.
Yeah, I feel like the Steel Cup's so valuable on both sides of this matchup, right? As every time Renekton jumps in to get that W and stun you, each of those counts as an auto attack, right? So Steel Caps gets a lot of value from the Gnar perspective as well. Definitely a big item. Ooh. It's actually going to be the Gnar ultimate coming out from Jingtian. Nice bit of damage, but Hoya will trade it back on the end. And overall, fairly even trade, except Hoya didn't use his ultimate. So
put a fight. 3.5 minutes time. However, they put up a fight in base one's jungle currently, trying to take away his red buff.
Stranglethorns come out, and Hacker is jumped pretty heavily here, but now the engage from Niket. Base one forces to flash away. The Feather retreats as well. Redbook stolen away, and Hacker just hit level 6, so Lilting Lullaby would be available. Even the big Crook is taken and a flash forwards for a triple sleep from Hacker. 1xN falls, Beitron sent away, and Ultra Prime pure aggression in the bottom side.
Great invade on that bot side. They do spot 1xN on the wave. They know that they're 2 versus 3 in their favor. In Beitron's jungle, they burn the summoners as well, and Niket is looking for more. He'll be spotted.
They're going towards the mid lane as well. Yugal found. He's burning. He's burning. He won't fall, but the True Shot Barrage is hunting for him, and he finds it. Doggo, what a snipe. Ultra Prime with 3.
He was in vision!
Gropes, but does mean that they're the ones here on the Drake as well. This will be 2 for them, although Feather, to make something happen here, Smite available for Hacker, so wants to find around trying to shut it down.
Absolutely, however, Doggo finds himself alone here. Hacker will just about get in on the flank. Misses.
Okay.
Oh!
Flashes for the slate, that's 1xN using the cleanse, but Feather manages to flash away from the True Shot Barrage. Niket doesn't find his combo in the jungle. Beitron setting up. As here comes the rest of the gang. Yukai solo on HP, and Yukai should finish the job, but the rocket goes wide. 1xN over the wall. He was MVP in game number 1, and he wants a repeat performance. The laser, not quite there, but the flashes, and a double kill for 1xN. As Hacker now desperate to escape, it'll go bot side, but 1xN.
Important kills in that early game.
So, again, like game number 1, we saw Ultra Prime. It felt like they were in the lead. It felt like they were in control of the game. And then we saw big plays being made by TT and specifically 1xN. This game, in the early game this time, Ultra Prime feel like they're ahead. 2,000 gold lead. It's all looking gravy. And then 1xN makes a big play.
TT will definitely want to be picking up those fights. However, you do not have the luxury of tanks creating so much time in those fights because the squishy targets will go down faster. So, 4-man bot lane to try and kill Qingtian.
Oh, Qingtian gets away from the roots though, and Gnarls does get caught by the Stranglethorns. And Hoya there to set it up. Yucal grabs a kill. 4-man commit on the bottom side. TT though, slam the Herald down. Tower gone already. Yukai would trade that first tier 1, but it's a kill on top for TT. And now Herald charging in the bottom lane with Yucal here and Hoya here. For reinforcements arrive from Ultra Prime. I don't think this is something TT can truly commit for. And TP into the mid lane from Yukai to catch the wave there as well. TT, Ultra Prime, the ones to start this Drake off. There is a ward for TT in the back of the Dragon Pit. Hoya trying to find a flank through the bottom side of the river, but Niket knows what's going on. Moves immediately into that Tri-Brush to deny that opportunity. Hacker now trying to clear vision in the pit as well. Remember, this would be sole point for Ultra Prime, and it looks like TT are not going to fight for it. Beitron maybe wants to try the flash for a smite, but he may have stuck around a little bit too long here. Qingtian searching for a way in. Stranglethorns come up through. The sleep will land. Qingtian doesn't quite follow. There we go. Finds his window, and the culling over onto Feather as well. But Feather dives over to the rest of his team. Hoya trying to threaten Qingtian in the meantime. He's gone in and put enough threat to help his team. Hoya finding a flank and closing the gap could be the ways to find that Ezreal. But if Doggo plays it well, if he positions correctly, that shouldn't be something that's easy to do for the side of TT.
Is Baron going down?
I think it is. This is a 21-minute Baron. They've got a Zyra, and they've just started things off. Hacker moving over. Niket is here, but I think they might be too late. Hacker, I don't think, realizes that this is currently happening. Goes over the swirl seed. Flash available for him. He's over the wall, but no! Couldn't get into the pit. Hacker still has that flash up. Sleep comes through. Doggo finds a kill, and he's looking for a little bit more as well. That's a double onto Doggo. That's a triple. No, Yukai grabbing 1, but Ultra Prime 3 kills, and I think they'll be okay with this one.
Only 2 Baron buffs survive from the side of TT. We know how fast Zyra can do that Baron, but at what cost? You have to commit your ultimate to get those empowered plants to take that Baron down. And Ultra Prime use that as their advantage. They'll take that mid lane tier 1, some pressure up top lane as well. 3 kills in the process. A negative Baron power play for the time being for TT. However, in 45 seconds, the next Dragon is coming up. TT can use that Baron buff to push out their lanes.
Just coming up now, so there is the potential to leap in and find a smite. Ward in the pixel brush will be cleared by TT. But look at the poke that's coming down onto TT. The health bars are solo already. Meganar in play. They need to finish this Drake quickly before Chinty enters mini. But actually, he's just going to blast that ball off. Hacker at a 50-50, but somehow it's taken by UCal. Feather falls, but hey, soul denied.
On the side of TT, you'll see that Hoya is keeping that Meganar. Hacker, I think Hacker was getting very scared to be engaged on through that Tribush from the Rakan. That he walked in.
Moving to get the flank, he's just stayed still to get the flank, and now Qingtian
surprise
is caught on the wrong side of the play, slowed down, stunned up. Feather gets the CC chain as well. Qingtian flashes over though. The rocket's coming up through. Warnixon gets it with the laser. A knock-up is good from Niket, but it's not going to be enough. And now 5v4 as Hacker taken down as well. And TT find an angle. Hoya has been the hero of this game. His flank on the Baron to get the stun on Hacker, and now a flank in the bottom side as well. Beautiful plays from Hoya.
Oh, and I love how you mentioned Hoya, because I feel...
H1 has no flash up. He's on the wrong side of the wall. H1 used his flash in the previous play, but he's on blue side and we're fighting over Drake, so he has to get in the river if he wants to be able to contest with a smite. Double TPs from the solo laners of TT. They know they have to fight. They know they can't afford to lose this one. Drake down to 3k. It's going to go the way of TT, but maybe the fight can go the way of Ultra Prime. The laser's coming out from 1xN as Qingtian dives in, but he can't find his ultimate. The sweep around from Hoya to finish another one as UCal dives in, but he's just walked into the enemy alone, and suddenly Yukai can finish the kills. It's messy as all hell. TT get the Drake, but they lose everything else.
No TP from Hoya either. So Baron's gonna go to the side of Ultra Prime as well. But what an absolutely messy fight that was. And again, it highlights...
Still haven't quite managed to finish off that assault. The first 3 Drakes of the game are the Drakes that they managed to get for themselves. TT miraculously taking the last 2 on 50-50s. And that Baron on the top side, pretty much the first neutral that wasn't a 50-50 this game.
Also great coordination by Ultra Prime right here. Yukai had crashed the wave mid. Has taken almost the entire tower by himself, whilst Ultra Prime are pressuring towards that bot side of the map. Now the waves are a little bit miscoordinated. However, there is quite a bit of wave clear, especially when you have the Zyra around with the plants. Oh, the sleep is going to be used. H1 is mid lane.
The sleep just used to get pressure onto the tower here, and it means that Yukai can move into that mid lane as an engage comes out for Feather, but the damage just isn't there. Niket maybe goes down though. 1xN finishing one. TT do get 1 kill at least for themselves. It's in trade for an inhibitor in the mid lane as Yukai finishes that one off. Hoya tries to close the gap onto the enemy mid laner. QSS comes through. UCal now chasing as Yukai is just so hard to stick to. Prime can move back through TT's own jungle, potentially set up for a Drake themselves. H1 could be caught here. Niket, no flash available for him, but H1 flashes himself to safety. Strong thoughts go in, but Niket has suddenly gone too deep for himself. He's way overstayed on the play. He's tanky, but not tanky enough. And now Hacker's on the front line. Qingtian is so squishy. Ultra Prime, they had everything going for them, and they've thrown it all away. Qingtian, barely any HP as Feather tries to chase him down. It's 12 to 12, but turn that into an unlucky 13 for Ultra Prime. It's TT. They find another miracle, and they're going to end the game.
Yuka with the instant TP towards the top side of the map. Yuka is trying his damnedest. He's gonna take H1.
But
I don't think it's gonna be enough. Look at Feather. He's stopping him. He's not letting him go back.
He can't recall.
Not again.
He can't recall. Feather's having none of it.
Not again.
Denies the recall, and TT. It was all in the hands of Ultra Prime. 2 games in a row, and yet TT, when it matters the most, will find their mark. Tower down, 10 seconds on the respawns is plenty of time, and TT finds
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between JDG and Anyone's Legend.
Counter. Also loving the exhaust that KL is running, especially playing against Shear's Kennen. Croco is gonna pay Shear, visit.
Shear gets the stun though. Doesn't even have to flash. Really nicely played. Had the 2 stacks. And now Croco is out of position and Kanavi's found him. Sheer moves over to finish the job as well. But here comes Ala to try and turn it around. Sheer has to flash, but Ala executes him. Croco falls. And Ala now in a 1v1 with Kanavi. Kanavi finds the root. The red buff to slow. Flash on cooldown for both players. Ala will walk away.
Oh, that was almost 2 to 3 items. However, against AL, you are forced to try and play a little bit faster in this early game. I think this is going to have to be JDG's task for today. Can they basically beat themselves and be a little bit more proactive in that early game? Croco.
Can they fight their demons?
In the fray again.
His demons are in the mid lane right now, and he just is going to burn down Croco, autoing him to death as now the vines come through onto the rest of the team. Kyle gets a shield on Trisha. Barrage finds Croco. He face plants into the wall, and JDG managed to answer the pick onto Yagao.
A ruler finds a pick from downtown, and now Sheer.
All in on the top side. Sheer uses his ult defensively, gets a stun, but Ala still has that Grandmaster's might. We've seen him find kills here before.
Known for the Ezreal, of course, and in desperate need of showing that he's back up on form. I feel like the bot lane for JDG was one of their statement pieces, if you will, to this roster, having Ruler down there, especially with what a phenomenal split he had over in Spring with all the Lucian appearances that he's had. It was so oppressive on the Rift. Hasn't quite been the case for Summer, but he's looking to redeem that. Oh.
Arrow in the mid lane, and it hits Yakao. Cleanse immediately comes on. Wait, no, Buffered, sorry. He does not have Cleanse. Shags finishes the job. Great arrow from Hope. And now in the bottom side, Ruler forced away, missing over the wall as well. Pyroclasm follows, though. It's a lot of damage. It's not a kill, but it should be a Drake. There isn't.
They do.
I feel like the biggest players that we need to see a great game from are in the bot side from both teams, to be honest. JDG, though, starting these grubs off. AL already with 3. Kanavi caught. Kale, can he follow up? His ultimate is on cooldown, but missing. Has to engage to try and save his team. Will be stunned up and will be taken down. AL find a kill. Perhaps 6 grubs, but whether or not they want to commit is a different question. It's taking the Drake. AL finally will try and do precisely that. It's ward in the back of the pit. There's a ward under the Drake as well. JDG look like they want to fight, but Kanavi, yeah, he's only in the mid lane for now. Drake taken by AL, but perhaps a fight could come on through. Missing hunting for an engage here, but it's hard at that range as Rel without flash.
So miscoordinated by JDG. Sheer pulls the TP after the dragon is gone, and they're going to spot him down the bot lane, which means top lane is pretty free for Ale. He's going to pressure that really hard. Luckily for JDG, they're going to use their bodies right there to try and tank the tower and take it down. Oh my god, Sheer almost goes down on that one.
The backdoor bonus time down
creep.
there.
He ulted a creep. He tried to ult Ale towards Kanavi to take him down, but he ends up ulting a creep. That was so unfortunate right there. JDG, you can tell right now they are getting desperate to try and make plays happen on the map. Try and potentially catch the Corki. Cash in on that 350 gold bounty. But this is what AL creates to you because of how fast they are on reacting on the map, on taking things from you while you're busy creating fights on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
It forces your hand as well. And JDG right here are looking to take that mid lane tower. Brom, though, very strong at defending.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on.
The shield's going to go down eventually.
Can only take so much of that onslaught. Unbreakable is sort of a misleading ability name. It is breakable eventually. I know, you realize.
Unbreakable for a certain amount of time.
TP up to the top side from AL. Ala going to try and look as Yagao caught. Oh, flashes away from the stun. Nice try from Croco. That's top tower secure.
That was a play that I wasn't necessarily expecting coming in from AL. I know that Ale had a low priority towards the top side of the map and that JDG had taken complete control of the bot side since they wanted to take that dragon away from AL. However, I do not feel like AL have enough damage.
Control of the map, but then JDG did get the most recent Drake. How do they turn the tides?
No
it's not
way.
getting hit by Hope's Ash Arrows, that's for sure. Hope has been incredible on this Ash pick.
What is Vanguard doing all this time? Hope has been aim hacking this entire game. He's been throwing arrows from outside Summer's Rift and hitting everyone on the sideline. Absolutely incredible precision. Coming in from Hope, constantly forcing JDG to play with numbers disadvantage on the Rift. Again, going back to your question, I feel like JDG is a team build in this particular draft to go all in. You've got the Cannon, you've got the Relic themselves, trying to build up, back up to even. And they almost are. They're all. It's just a 300 gold difference right now.
I wasn't sure if Kanavi was actually going to start the Baron there. Missing moves in, get some vision control, sets up for Yagao to finish the tier 1 on the top side. And Kanavi continues to extend that vision control further into the jungle of AL. AL not going to let that go without a fight. Ala has found a very deep flank. He TP'd onto that ward, but it's not even needed. Yagao's just found by the rest of the team, and Kanavi now becomes the target. Stranglethorns come down. Ala's got a bit too deep, but he's got a Seekers. He keeps himself alive. The root comes up through Counter-Strike, not enough, and Sheer gets his moment over the wall. The stuns come through, but it's not enough, and AL's still fighting out. Ruler dives forwards. Croco the target, turns golden as Ruler in a 2v1 finds them. He's back.
You criticize Ruler for not being peak performance. Ruler is back to that peak performance. Zara and Ezreal staying alive means you can use the plants to go for the Baron as well. You have to use them sort of as damage sources and as tank source as well. So you'll see one hit will go onto the plant, the other one will be tanked by JDG. And what a fantastic team fight to bring them back into
as well. I guess because Croco is still in Zhonya's and Seekers, the E's target had to be Shanks. It was the only target available. Fantastic play from Ruler. Immaculate team fighting. Sees the angle to dive in 1v3. Obviously a bit more damage coming out from Kanavi as well, but jumps forward into 3 to... Whoa!
Wow!
What?
Wow!
7,500? It's not even late game. That was a 26-minute fight. That is obscene.
And for anyone who's going to say that it's placebo, because Ezreal is a poke champion, he single-handed almost won them that entire fight to landing everything.
Oh, God.
I will shut up next. I'll shut up next time. That was straight up Cassacus. I'm sorry, Ruler. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, look, there's
also
only so much
bodies one by one into JDG, and JDG picked them apart 4 versus 5. It's not going to be quite the same case right here. AL have a lot of range in their kit, and if you dive into them, Brand is going to have an absolute great time. Or Shanks.
He's found Shanks. He's found Shanks on the bot side of the play. JDG with a man advantage. AL sent packing on the bottom side. The Croco caught back a bit, has to flash, and now the arrow goes in. Ala finishes off one and evens things up. Ala back out of the pit. It will be Drake for JDG.
That was a great try for a save from Alex. Coming out of AL, not particularly his game.
That was a big one. Ooh, coming through there. Ala's got on the top side. Oh no. We were in a replay. We were watching the oohs and ahs from the crowd, and Ala ends up falling. An uncharacteristic mistake from him. Now Croco will be forced to back away. He's 1 HP. He's surely going to go down. Kael tries to save him, but Kael might just fall as well. Oh, the snipe from Ruler is gorgeous. Yagao over the wall just finds a way to die before the team fight is over. Fantastically consistent play from Yagao this game, but Ruler turning this into a win for JDG. These fights have been immaculate.
They could end up ending the game. There's 20 seconds onto Ale and about 30 plus for anyone else. JDG are just storming mid lane to take the game.
Yagao having a struggle, but the rest of JDG making it happen. Kael trying to pull the minion wave away, but he falls, and with a cannon there, this will be game. Aya looked so good early on in the game, but when it came down to it, JDG stepped up.
Seen a Maokai support in quite a while. Can very easily mark territory as well with all the seeds. Makes it so to expire. Kanavi is sprinting towards the tops of the map, but Croco's so is Croco. Last time those two guys met, it was disaster.
There's no stun for Sheer. There is just no play here for JDG. But I guess there's no play here for AL either, because Sheer's in a defensive position.
Shanks.
Kanavi now going to be chased out of his own jungle as Shanks gets the jump onto him. Flash available for Shanks. There's the reset. Kanavi already flashed. That's first blood. AL take the lead once more.
And you remember how important that mid lane was for both of these junglers, allowing you the freedom.
Mid lane right now. We would expect Croco to be able to just start that one off. Bomb comes out from Shanks. He is level 6, and Yagao fully respects that level discrepancy as he just bounced out, but Now a play on the top side. Ala, the target, crash down, lands, and Sheer has some damage and a half. That's going to be Kanavi helping out as Sheer grabs himself a kill right before the grubs spawn on the top side. Croco didn't find the stun. It means AL just have to back away.
Great play from JDG. They knew that the river did not belong to them with too many members of AL around. They're looking for more.
So greedy. What are you doing there, lads? They know that they don't have a top laner. They try and clear the ward. I guess they thought JDG had fully committed.
You just committed yourself into.
I feel like they're like looking for a pick on missing, but even if you get the pick on missing, I'm pretty sure you just both die. Push that as slowly as he physically can.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just used his E as well. He's going to walk straight into three of them.
Sheer.
He lacked critical information. No, he lacks his critical vitals. Sheer going to try and get underneath the tower, maybe get a plate or something, I don't know. Goes down in the end, 1v3. Shanks now caught towards the mid lane, but he'll be able to just rocket jump his way to safety. Dodges the wall of paint, so no follow-up from Kanavi either.
Yeah, he was trying to rotate towards the top side of the map just in case JDG were following up with a play. Gets caught in the river. Ruler, though.
Oh, is this going to continue? Is Hope going to get dived by Ruler? The flash forwards, and Hope gets the shield. But that is the Requiem, and Kanavi sweeps up another.
Ruler and Kanavi against the world once again. Missing, has found enemy support.
AL pulled back in, and Kanavi just getting kills gifted on a silver platter here.
Oh, no, Yagao.
Back-to-back. Yagao TP's in. Shanks can look for something as Croco is there alongside him in the mid lane. Ala crashes away.
They're super fast. They've got a very clear vision of what to do. Ruler instantly, after the solo kill, presses B, goes towards the top side of the map. Oh.
Yagao. Gonna dive in the mid lane. Yagao the target once again. Ala happy to go underneath the tower and finish the job. Shanks grabs it with the bomb in the end. And AL starting to put some pressure back on towards JDG. They knew they were falling behind and they've got to do something about it. Ruler in the meantime though is just taking a solo tower on Zeri top lane. Croco found in the jungle. Missing goes in with absolutely no follow-up from anyone. Has to flash back out. And Kanavi now found by Shanks in the jungle. Flashes towards... What? Shanks still alive. Requiem not available. 2 seconds on that cooldown. Sheer over the wall now to find the follow-up. Shanks jumps away though, and Sheer trying to close the gap, but there's a ward. He's still being hit by these bombs as Shanks still in enemy territory right now. He's been there forever. Kale trying to get into the brush, and that's a Requiem across the team. It's a double kill on the Requiem. The burn is there on Shanks, and missing will set up for Sheer to finish the job.
That was one of the most chaotic fights we've had.
God, does he have a lead? 1.7 thousand in his pocket, and Ruler the same lead down in that bottom lane as well.
Respawning to press R.
I don't know if they're necessarily playing around the respawn Requiem, but I do think the JD Shanks has to back away in the bottom side as JDG playing opposite. TP comes through top from Sheer. And immediately there is an answer from Shanks, and suddenly Sheer is on the wrong side of this party. Requiem gonna come on through. It will chunk everyone. I don't know if that's necessarily enough for Sheer to turn it into anything. Then again, I guess it's just first strike as well. Sheer just running around the map as long as he can, buying as much time for his team as possible. And it's set up well for JDG now, slamming Herald in the mid lane, while Yagao pushes in the bottom lane as well. This will be a tier 1 in the mid lane taken. As JDG, they lose their top laner. Maybe look for more in the mid lane as well. The Herald might get a second charge. Quality series than perhaps JDG have shown so far in the group stage. Really nice to see that this is competitive, and the Hope is caught out once again. Ruler trying to find him. Remember, Requiem is there, and the rocket from Yagao, is it enough? Not quite. 200 health remaining as Ala chunked by Sheer and forced to back away. The Grandmaster's Might keeps him alive, but that's all that keeps him alive.
And that is the ultimate gone for Jack. Super chunked down for Ali. Doesn't have time to go back to base and TP back in. Doesn't have the summoner spell available. JDG.
So I'm going to keep my eyes... Or in fact, we can see the cooldown is 65 minutes away. I didn't realize the observers had clicked him. So a minute until that next one comes up. Ruler caught. Twice in 2 games, Ruler just pushes up mid too far alone. That could be bad.
Hope literally 2 minutes ago did the exact same thing. AL are going to be starting the Baron.
No.
Only 180 carry remaining out of the two. Yagao is going to have to do damage for both.
Oh, Ruler, that is just not it, is it? That's going to be Baron, unless Kanavi can get into the pit. Smite! Of course he can! It's Kanavi! Goes into death, but it doesn't matter because he's carved this! And JDG are finding a fight anyway. No Shanks! Finishes it off! The health bars aren't enough! Somehow there's only one man remaining on the Rift!
Kanavi steals the Baron, and JDG, you could see the
Time in a side lane, but JDG really want to fight for the Drake if they can.
And a few things that are very dangerous for AL right here. Hope does not have his flash or his cleanse available. Does he get caught in one of the wombo combos? Does he get caught by missing? This could be huge right here. The Requiem is going to be used for a lot of poke.
Pre-fight Requiem sets it up, Croco moves in and he gets the smite. Nicely done, revenge for the Baron as he jumps in with a Pyroclasm as well. This is a fight for AL that's 4v5 and they're winning it anyway. Ala is on the flank as Ruler tries to pop up, but Hope's alive and Ala arrives on the scene. Ruler kiting away, but a Void Seeker finds its mark.
Right as he slams down. Great flank from Ala as well to pick up any stragglers into the backline. Great team fight from AL after all.
Oh no, Yagao's caught. Oh, Yagao,
wait, what?
No! Come on, man! JDG, take it apart at the Dragon. It's a third
Kanavi, he only needs one more of those.
Look at this.
And a little bit more gold.
Tier 2 in the top lane will be taken down by Shanks here, and that's all off the back of Yagao getting caught out. There just aren't enough players on the map from JDG.
Onto that Renekton as well. This could be a huge fight for them.
Okay.
Counter 6 down, missing with an insane positioning right there. Magiko has to move out.
Baron's
AL
go
walking
down
in.
here. JDG are going to grab themselves. Baron, but Ala gets a counter-strike on everyone. Hope there to follow up, and AL win the fight already. Requiem comes on through as Yagao last alive and taken down AL. Decisive answer to JDG's action.
AL absolutely run over JDG. JDG cramped up on that Baron, got engaged on Hope, jumps into the backline and absolutely decimates them. AL, could they potentially be looking for an end here? They do have 4 members. Tristana and Jack steal a lot of damage to towers.
My wishes have been answered. AL are going to push us to 3 games. 20 seconds on the respawns, and there is a minion wave to work with. Shanks immediately gets onto the tower, and just a great team fight coming out from AL. Everybody pitching in, everybody being a part of it. Nexus laid bare, nothing missing can do about it. 19-12 as a 28.
Whatever champion you pick has a little bit of self-agency in terms of getting out of all that all-in that AL have drafted. TF is not one of those. That is
coming over from EDG as well. And now they look like a team that could contend for the top of the table. Kanavi spotted on a ward. Alan now setting up for Croco to move into this top side. Flashes for double marks, but he went way too far forwards and gave over first blood. Croco has to answer, but Kanavi flashes away. 2 carries, hammering away at Sejuani. I'm not sure the pig survives that one. Kill for Kanavi, and 1 for the top laner, Ashir as well.
Ale gives away the vision that they had way too early. Croco wasn't quite in position, and they thought they had the upper hand. Lucian, who actually has to use a bunch of that mana to pressure in that wave, and could get punished for that. Croco on the long way around, looking for Sheer. Ale has been poked down quite a bit, but he's level 6.
That's the 1v1 that Sheer wants right now. Hope's been found at the bottom side. Exhaust lands, and that's the concussive blows as well. Stun comes in. Cleanse is good, and he stands behind the tower. Missing survives as well. Everyone 100 HP as now Kale moves into the bottom side as well, looking for the 2v2. In the meantime, I think the dive went through onto Sheer in the end and set up for a kill onto Ala.
Not sure how much of a dive that was as they're looking for Shanks in the mid lane. It's going to have to ult away from this fight. They're going to catch Croco doing void grabs right there, but Ale is like literally 1 HP. Has to reset, which gives a lot of...
Flash for the stun. Ruler flashes the Zenith Blade, but it does not matter at all.
What is going on?
Happy to tank that one. Hope we'll get a bunch of plate holders on.
The fact that Sheer is pressuring so aggressively.
Both teams definitely know what's going on here. Unfortunately for Sheer, this is going to push towards Croco. Combo onto Al. I mean, he's dead before he even gets to move.
I'll take it back. Munch, I'll take it back. I don't think Ale knew.
Wards didn't get spotted. Moves into the 3rd brush. That's nice for him. His bottom quadrant currently up right now. And Croco is pathing towards the top side. He's still a while away, just headed towards Wolves now as the all-in comes out from Ala, but he's been baited and he's been outsmarted. Sheer looks for the gold card and will find it. One more Q and Kanavi grabs a bonus.
Kanavi is making sure that Sheer, the way that he plays around the fights, the way he plays around the map, he sacrificed so much in this early game. Not only to get his top laner ahead, but of course to get himself ahead. Game number 2, he couldn't quite carry on his own. However, right now, he definitely has the tool to do that together with Sheer.
Feels like, I don't know, that just feels like the right name to me.
Do you still say Tabbies?
I do still say
Tabbies are goated.
I'm trying to say the correct name. I'm trying to say plate and steel counts because, you know, I'm a commentator. I just find it hard. It's still Tabbies in my head. Ala on the front line here is a flash forwards onto Kanavi, but he just flashes back out. The Pyroclasm bouncing around the team. And there's a flank from Yagao on the back line as well. He's had a rough series, but he redeems himself. Shanks forced away. And JDG come out on top.
Oh my god, missing right there was huge onto this probe. Not only did he soak up so much pressure, he forced Hope to overextend and flashes through the wall. Incredible stuff from the support of JDG. Not only do they win this fight, but they also grab that Rift Herald. Again, such of pivotal importance is that Rift Herald. Croco is looking on the side. There is a TP onto Ale. The tower will still stand for quite a while, but I don't think you want to take a TP onto this tower that's dying. There's a watch.
Actually stole the big chicken there. Fair play. But so far, 3,000 gold lead for JDG, and Sheer wants to extend that, pressing down in that bottom lane as the rest of the team sets up for a pick on the top side. I don't know why we're looking at Shanks right now. There's a fight going on. Kael just about surviving for a second, and he actually walks away. And now the return damage missing, gets a knock-up, jumps over to the rest of his team. How are they still surviving this one? The burn on Croco, he'll fall as the bowler goes wide. It's a disaster for AL.
Great gold card through the wall from Sheer as well to stop the advance from the cannon. A cannon that has flash ult available. Did not feel a single thing. Very well played. No flash, no exhaust available. All he had to do was just dodge the ult from Yone that would pin him in place, and then the follow-up CC would land from Cannon. Great stuff. Again, the development, the trust, the process. JDG, not only are they going to take the Dragon off of that play from Sheer, but they're also going to take that refill down mid lane. Take that mid lane tier 1, so important. Again, JDG are running on all cylinders now. Ale, he's the one that has to run away.
It was him trying to make the play on Sheer just a moment ago. Ale, no ultimate available. Yagao happy to back away as the rapid fire cannon gold card comes through, and Sheer takes yet another 4-1 and 3. What a statement game from JDG's top laner.
Absolutely. From the entirety of JDG, I'm just going to completely drag it through and say, again, this is the first time that I see JDG being ahead of the play.
In the end, Yagao is pushing in the bottom side, but he doesn't know that there are 2 people in the brush behind him. That's a whole lot of lightning, and that's an easy kill for AL.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an overextension right there from Yagao. You saw JDG sort of hovering towards the bolt side of Croco's quadrant. The missile was just about setting up the vision, so you definitely did not know where majority of the AL members were. A little bit of overextension from Yagao, gets instantly punished by AL. They really need those skills to start coming through. They want to get back into this game again. Their team fighting composition is insane.
Ruler is caught in the jungle. That was a Destiny coming out from Sheer to try and save the day, and he comes in to go 1-for-1. And now Kael trying to escape through the jungle. The blast cone won't get him to safety. The card follows. That was miraculous from Sheer, and now Baron is up on the map. Croco's in the area. Does JDG want to pull the trigger on this? Hope's moving over, and suddenly Concussive Blows is there. Kanavi flashes forward, Pillar of Flame comes in, Pyroclasm to get the passive burning. Concussive Blows back in play. Knock up now onto Croco. He tried to save his AD carry, but all he's done is put his own life on the line. Missing blasts him back into the play, and JDG, this is all over. Game from him earlier on in the series. I'm starting to question how much I'd been complimenting this player, but showing us why he's been receiving so many compliments, showing us why he's been such a potent pickup for JDG. Solar Flare in the mid lane. Yagao kind of caught out, flashes over into Raptors and will survive. Missing now, looks for a re-engage. Destiny comes up through, and Hope has nowhere to go. JDG, they're just running AL around the map.
However, for this play, they had to give up their Baron buff on that bot lane wave. Yeah, and it's going to get completely killed off by Ale. Only the cannon miner is going to survive. No, he went to the forward.
The lightning rat has found its trap, and the cannon is still tanking up the tower. So JDG might just end the game here. They've got 35 seconds on the death timer of Ale. Reset from Sheer. No, cancels that one. It will just be the inhib, but a Drake up as well. So JDG, I mean, they find just such a huge advantage. We're only 23.5 minutes in.
Yeah, and I feel like Shanks was also in his own mission, trying to take that top lane inhibitor.
Looking to try and fight for some control. Croco was on somewhat of a flank, but spotted on a blue ward. And missing, happy to step up and be the one to block Croco's ultimate, and instead it's Sheer just getting damage onto him. There's now a chance for AL. Ale gets stuns across the team. Bullet time comes up through, but Hope just gets dived on by the whole of JDG. They charge on forwards and tear AL apart. This is brutal gameplay from JDG.
JDG are beating AL in their own game. Proactivity, tempo, movement, ganks, everything missing, soaked up everything that AL had to throw at them. And JDG, that is a statement game back.
People ask questions of Flandrate in the previous iteration of the roster. JDG found Sheer, this young prospect, and oh my lord, is it working out? He looks incredible. AL finds.
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between Top Esports and LNG.
And that's exactly what we're expecting. We have been talking over and over again about JackeyLove and Mako and how they're probably the best ball lane in the LPL, the cleanse right there. They haven't even touched the wave, Munch!
That's a stun, but a flash forward from Hung. As JackeyLove chunked low. That might be enough with Weiwei now being pulled to the bottom lane. The jungler already has to try and move bot lane. By the way, it's Sejuani versus Xin Zhao in this bottom lane. Weiwei moves in. JackeyLove's still level 1, so won't have his arcane shift available. He's going to flash forwards. Of course he is. It's JackeyLove, but he goes down to Gala. Damage to dominate the lane, but I suppose just happy with the matchup as it is and goes for a cull instead. So.
Oh, here we go again. Round 2.
Hung just takes another massive chunk of damage. Won't lead to a kill here. That aftershock just about saving Hung's life, I think, is now a flash forward from 369 at the top side. Tian set up. Wind becomes lightning, and a spear becomes a kill at the top side. MVP, no less. 369 having a bit of a struggle up in this top side. He's managing to stay even in CS for now. Zika holding the wave away from him and starting to really win out these trades. Weiwei's moving into the top side, the Rune Prison to set up for the Glacial Prison. So many prisons, and 369 is into penitentiary.
Yeah, 369 from the bot lane of Top Esports and has netted them a lot of advantages towards the top side of the map. It's constantly pushed. They're constantly 1 to 2 levels up on their counterparts. Scout is just going to check in, but there's Smite on Tien. Thank you for the extra damage, I guess.
Nervous start, very aggressive start from JackeyLove and Mako, and we've had a bit of action in the top lane as well. But aside from that, very cautious. And honestly, for Top Esports and for LNG, what we've seen for the last few months, this really has been the style that they start to lean into. Gala has to flash. Oh, side steps away from the Glacial Fissure as well. But with one more Q and an auto, JackeyLove will find a lane kill.
And it shows you how impressive this duo is, the Ezreal plus the Braum. We've got so many tools to keep chasing. Even though, I need to comment Gala, he had pretty good happy feet right there. He was dodging the Q from the Braum, he was dodging the ultimate. We're going to pan onto a ward. The TP is going to be coming in. And looking at JackeyLove and Mako, no flashes.
Scout wants to try and make something happen. Cleanse available for JackeyLove. Arcane shift, cleanses away from a stun. Hung underneath the tower here as JackeyLove tries to sidestep everything. The CC is enough in the end, and Scout cuts him to pieces.
And Gala overextends without his support.
If you remember, JackeyLove and Mako hit level 3 while Gala and Hung was still level 1, but Scout with an early roam, or at least an early lean towards bot. Set them up to protect his bot lane and to keep JackeyLove and Mako from snowballing too hard. JackeyLove now 2 deaths on the scoreboard already, but he's getting himself some plating. He's got plenty of kills. He's looking to... Oh, he's got 1 kill. It's maybe not plenty, but...
Deer and Zinzao and Brom, Ezreal, super sleeper in those teamfights as well. So every single one of them has so much agency in terms of getting dived. That LNG's task, even though they're pretty even in terms of gold, and they're ahead even.
Oh, QE from Zika. Finishes off the tower. Okay, he's not actually looking for the one he wants. He goes for the Realm Warp, gets himself out to safety. You can see JackeyLove and Mako were moving their way up as well. Herald has spawned onto the map, and now a potential dive under the inhib from the side of LNG. They're going to thread a tier 2 down in the bot side at 15 minutes on the clock. Great play from LNG to punish Top Esports Rogue.
That is 3 towers with a lot of engaged potential and CC to lock it down in a straight up 5 versus 5. So getting your advantages through the side lanes, making sure you've got the items, and then you can force the fights.
Overall, just fantastic. This by Top Esports, time to move in. 9k on the Drake. This could well end up in a 50-50. Mako happy to be the one to walk on forwards. Trying to use that Celestial opposition. Trying to dodge everything so it's not propped too early here. So he can be that tank. Mako stands and tanks Scout to Zika, looking for a way around. Hung flashes for the engagement creep, immediately disengages. Mako blocks the bullet time, and now everybody diving forwards. True shot barrage there, but LNG caught by the slicing maelstrom. It's huge, but it's not huge enough. It's tiny, in fact. Top Esports sent away LNG. Their health bars are just too strong, but JackeyLove goes down in the end. Tien alone, perhaps can find more. Gets one, looks for Gala as well. The red buff working out. Wind becomes lightning, and he finds the triple. A quadra, in fact. Tien
Damage before he dies. Let's look at this again. Q only available for him. He's gonna mark the W onto Misfortune E afterwards. Great stuff. The Conqueror, the Triumph coming through as well after the kills. Tien coming in clutch for his team.
369 is like spam picking Gala. He's like, this guy, go for that guy. Great win. Wind becomes lightning across 2 targets as well to set up the follow-up onto Gala. Beautiful team fighting from Tien. JackeyLove on a knife's edge to turning it into a big play for himself as well. Bullet time going to come on through. Look at that combo. Mako almost goes down despite the unbreakable. He is still alive in the glacial fissure. Well, actually pull him to safety. Weiwei the one that has to retreat instead. And Scout now on the top side of the fight as well. Cream in a 1v1, but he's out of mana. And Scout finds his mark. LNG now charged down the mid lane, or maybe even look towards Baron.
Top Esports overextend right there, instantly getting punished.
On that bottom side of the map. Doesn't look like something LNG want to contest right now. They got that one Drake for themselves in the previous fight, the one that set up Tien for a quadra kill. Maybe that's what scared them off. Tien is in the area, and that's one pointy end on that spear that they don't want to meet again.
And I feel like this is exactly what LNG were looking for when they were calling off that dragon play. They know that they will have the items available to them to fight Top Esports in 3 minutes when it spawns, or when it's Baron time, or maybe it's now catching Mako in the river.
Unbreakable has already been used. Gala has bullet time if he wants to use it as well, and there we go. The call made by LNG, great pick, and suddenly Baron wide open to them. It's only the support that's gone down, but I think you're happy to take a 4v5. Never mind, they found JackeyLove. Everybody dives on top, and LNG. Wow, what a way to suddenly find an advantage. 2 picks back-to-back. The bot lane from Top Esports just removed from the equation.
2 dead, however, Tien is still around. If he wants to dive in and try to steal that Baron, 369 is going down as well.
God, LNG, they're so efficient. The speed at which these players drop. Everybody on the same page. Gorgeous setup for the Baron at Top Esports. Found wanting.
LNG.
Top Esports have been kind of called out by LNG in this game. LNG very much the ones in control, and very much the ones are looking like the better team on the day right now. Top Esports desperate to hang on. 5,000 gold lead though. 29 minutes and LNG continues to take these towers.
They've got Baron, they've got the push, and they can very safely walk into this river. Top Esports are bleeding slowly but surely. It's so difficult for them to actually make a play here because your side lanes are constantly bleeding. Yone is stronger than any of your solo laners, and Ryze is stronger than any of your solo laners at this point.
Nice try from JackeyLove to steal away the soul there. Tien on the top side. That's 2 ultimates. Use Solar Flare. Try and capture Tien, but that's going to force his flash out. And suddenly, there's not a lot left in the tank for Top Esports. They've already used Meiko's ult, they've already used Tien's ult. They haven't just completely conceded control of everything. Death Cap has been finished for 369, so in a fight, we've got to keep our eyes on that wrap.
Every single member from the side of Top Esports has completed 3 items. They could catch them in this choke point, would be huge. I think it's very clever for Top Esports to sort of threaten the Baron.
Oh, the solar flare on multiple players. Scout dives onto the back line. Jacula flashes away, but he's flashed away from his team, who are all in tatters. Cream tries to disengage, and he will save Meiko's life. 2 for 0 in favor of LNG.
There's a few poke spells coming out from Jacula. It is Tien and Meiko by his side. Weiwei's about to be by his side as well as Hang, who are looking for flanks.
Tien forced the flash as well. It's as easy as that for Weiwei, and that'll be Drake secured by LNG. Nicely done. Great little flank on the end of the play as well. I think Hung and Weiwei both getting big value out of their Warmogs, being a part of the fight, backing away for a second, and then re-engaging once more.
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of your engage tools, it's really hard to sort of keep up with Top Esports. Again, Braum, Ezreal, very slippery. Tien had his flash right there, had to use it to get out into safety. Tien is around, and there is the blast cone available.
Both solo lanes Top Esports have TP available, so this becomes extremely dicey for LNG. If Cream and 369 join the play, that's TP behind enemy lines. It's too early from Hung. The solar flare doesn't find the stun. In goes Scout. 369 has slicing Maelstrom, and he'll lock the Yone up, but there's no damage there to follow it up, and Jacula fell instead. Top Esports try and make a hero play. I think they realized their days were numbered. And LNG, they're the ones holding the calendar. They charged down mid lane, and that might just be game.
Yeah, that was the last chance from Top Esports to make any play onto the map. Zika is also going to flank Meiko, not allowing him to hold the wave right there. 369 pushed out the play too. They're gonna at least take that inhibitor. 25 seconds on both Tien and Jacula. LNG do not necessarily have a beefy wave. There's another one coming. 369 was playing.
Weiwei was stopping the recall coming out from 369, which means Meiko goes down in a 1v3. Tower's not quite enough. There are minions underneath the bot lane tower. Maybe they could go for a second inhib instead. 369 moves up as 5 seconds until Tien's back up. LNG wants to try and finish this one. Scout flashes for the play and finds 369. Gorgeous game on the Yone. LNG will find the win. Tien tries to defend, but there is nothing left to be done for Top Esports. They have been called out by LNG. Cream, he's managed to find 4 of them, but he's also found miraculous stuff. And we are going to catch up to the live feed now. We were slightly behind from the previous series, but guess what? We're going to skip our break in order to catch up to the live feed. And in the meantime, Weiwei moves up to the top side.
Number 1, Tien overstages welcome to the top side of the map, trying to punish Zika, who has the flash. But they lose Dragon, Jacula.
Jacula as well. Gala, really nice W there. Flash from Meiko, answered by Gala as well. Slow onto Jacula from the Hextech minefield, but won't be followed up by Gala. TP from Zika up to that top side. Do you know, in my head that was going to a ward in bot lane because the observers had gone to him in the middle of a fight. That's not even possible anymore. It's just old habits die hard, I guess. Hung ignited. Is he going to go down? Is Meiko going to try for a little bit more? Hung backs away from the tower, will survive. LNG surviving in that bottom side as Weiwei wants to do the opposite to 369. He wants to unsurvive him in the top lane. Stun's going to come on through the buffer a little bit too early, and there's first blood for Weiwei.
Oh, great stuff from Weiwei. I think he has been a fantastic addition to the roster. And this time around, he had 3 versus 1 or no one's in lane. I feel like this was about like the 6th gank that they've thrown towards Scout, but Weiwei is looking at a very juicy flashless Jacula.
No ult for Weiwei, does find the knock up here. Cleanse gonna have to be used, but the satchel charge means that the cleanse does nothing. In fact, cleanse wasn't even used, he just died. He was just gone. Jacula 0 and 1. Not a good series for the superstar AD carry.
Oh, LNG are just pulling Top Esports apart. Not only none of the ganks that Top Esports have thrown LNG's way hasn't stuck, but they also lose a member in the process. They lost JackeyLove's flash in the previous iteration of that mid lane dive, and then now in this mid lane gank, they lose JackeyLove's life as well. And you need something to be going well for you. The 500 gold lead from Cream has been majorly due to the fact that Scout has had to be absent from his lane, trying to recover his HP bar from getting ganked over and over again. And right now, LNG having that pressure through the bot lane. You've got the satchel charge as well, which is very close to taking down the tower. Bullet time has to be used from JackeyLove, or they would be very close to losing tower or losing the life as well.
Weiwei just got his ultimate back available, but look at this damage out from Jackie and Mako. Hung forced over the wall. Jackie just needs one more auto, and Hung will fall in the end. Now TP's come in behind the Top Esports lineup. It's a double TP as Gala re-enters the play alongside Zika.
Yeah, Tien had already read that play, however, helping 369 take that first top lane tower. Full turret platings and first tower going in the pockets of K'Sante plus Brun. Good stuff right there. They're pressuring even tier 2 right now. You see LNG is going to slowly start closing in onto this K'Sante. 369 is going to start making his way over back to base, or they're going to send him to base themselves.
Yeah, the cannon 369, it's what you committed for. You've got to get it at this point, surely. Knockup lands, stun lands. Hung has his whole combo available. Q3 used, that's the W used, the knockup is going to fall again. The cannon 369, he got it! It's all worth it in the end. 369, he'll fall, Scout grabs a kill, but hey, we got cannon, we take those.
My favorite thing is how the observers kept zooming in on that cannon outline, other than Mako. And Mako has been chunked down heavily, as you can see on your map. 369 is already walking to the objective because she has to be there to be the front line. However, LNG are first in the river.
Hung searching for an engage. 369 comes in the bottom side. Top Esports want to move in. They want to fight this. Bullet time is available for JackeyLove as a knockup comes through onto Mako. He just never gets to participate in the play. And Scout now finds the back line. Fate is sealed for Top Esports. Phenomenal fighting once again from LNG. Cream tries to send him packing, but with a double for Gala and blue buff in pocket, there's nothing Top Esports can do.
Oh, LNG sacrificed their support, but they take everything else in the Mako walks too far forward, gets caught by Scout again, holding that Q onto Mako, and then the rest is history. 369 way too squished, and Scout finds it another insane ult, and looking at the screen on the bottom left, 369 is dead.
Cream is going to surely go down as well. Okay, Zika doesn't have ult, he just used it, I assume, in the previous play. I will just quickly say as well, Scout, the Q3 flashed away. Which of those is going to survive Camille in a team fight when Zika gets a flag? Absolutely none of them. It's going to be so difficult to play against him later on in the game. And that's just him. That's not including the damage coming out from Gala, the flanks coming out from Scout, the engages from Weiwei and Hung. It just feels so potent from LNG. Top Esports still in touching distance of gold though. They're only 1,000 gold down. But it is 3 Drakes for LNG right now, and I'm not sure in 5 minutes' time if Top Esports will really want to fight.
I want to put a little bit of an eye on the map on what happens right now.
This is another tier 2 for LNG. They did this in game number 1. 18 minutes, they take a tier 2. They did it at 15 minutes in game number 1. They've got a cheat code on taking tier 2s early.
Let's take it from the beginning, where the Dragon was there, perma pushing it, and then you lose bot lane tier 2 as well. LNG is all over. Scout in the back.
Scout's behind him. He's looking for his angle. I don't think he'll find it though, with Hung chunked out before the fight really started. Herald was down on my days, the damage from Gala. At minimum, it's the tier 1 in the mid lane. LNG might look for a little bit more. Nice from Weiwei. Bullet time had already come through though. Mako now knocked up, and Scout will find his man, but actually burnt to a crisp in the meantime. Tien, great combo to answer. 1 for 1, and the tower stands.
Yeah, 369 had to walk all the way from the bot side to try and defend his team.
In the LPL this year, it's not all looked great. It's not all looked fantastic. Scout really showing us how it's done today. This has been a bit of a masterclass. Did get caught in that previous play. Still managed to find his man before going down, but a good response from Tien. See what Tien can do with a bit more of a carry in his hands. He's got a 1,000 gold lead in that jungle. He's going to have to go big. if Top Esports want to win a dragon fight. Zika?
Zika?
That is not your jungle right now. Goes for a 2v1 on Tien and Mako. The CC chain is good. The damage just is not there. Mako might go down here. He jumps into him just to get cut in half. It's a 2-for-1 because actually there's a kill elsewhere. Gala managed to kill off Jaculov.
I think they engaged.
He's also looking for a flank. He's going to get over the wall here. Okay, no, he stays in the pit in the end. Zika, the only flanker for now. LNG just going to start the Drake off. They can put so much pressure onto Top Esports. Zika still unseen. He's behind enemy lines, but he was spotted. He was spotted. 369 has TP and will join the play, but he needs to get here soon because Zika is on the backside here, has his Q3 ready as everyone dives onto the backline and Tien is just removed. He still survives somehow as Weiwei in the pit. 1 HP needs to be there to smite the Drake. Zika on the backside goes down. The smite comes on through and Top Esports, they find themselves the Drake and maybe the fight as well. Looking for more. A scout over the wall and Top Esports. Oh. This is about to get spicy, isn't it? You can feel it in your soul. Top Esports, they're on the Baron right now. Gala has all of his bombs and so many low health bars, but Mako has found a flank in the meantime and sets up for a kill onto the rat instead. Ziggs escapes though on a satchel. Gala gets out of it and Hung predicts the kill.
At any given moment, I feel like the previous fight, a lot of it came down to 369 and how he held Zika on the side, not allowing that Camille to absolutely wreak havoc in his backline. Top Esports are going to take that mid lane tier 2 pressure. One more wave. That was that inhibitor tower. But sooner or later, 30 seconds remaining just about. Zika again on the flank.
Okay. Seen on a ward. Won't commit. 369 finishes the tier 2 bot side. Nice Baron play from Top Esports. Fortune. These big team fight ultimates from the AD carries will be so crucial if they can find their marks. But like you said, if Tien's caught again like last time, he will not survive this time around. Hung engaged upon by Mako, but Drake is already down to half HP. Tien committing on the top side. He needs to get in this pit, try and fight for the dragon. He's stunned up, and that's solved. LNG make it look easy. They waltz away with an objective, and Top Esports
into the fight to try and then create pressure with their own on the map. It's not going to be the case yet. Again, to reiterate, 3.5.
Oh, huge. This would be a huge pick if Weiwei goes down. Jaculov trying to chase it. Flash comes out. Tien actually flashes to get onto Scout. Instead, Face Seal gets him across the wall. But will it get him out to safety? He's slowed. He's so slowed. The Rylai's is so valuable. Knocked into his GA. Oh no, Top Esports, they've overextended. And now the punish from LNG, taking them apart. 2 freebies and 369 tries to turn it around onto Hung instead. Top Esports 3v5 here. They want to try and contest this Baron. I don't know if this is even fightable for the squad. Top Esports, they've done 3v5s before, and Mako happily charging on forwards. Baron peeled away from, but with a Mountain Soul, surely LNG are happy to tank it.
Yeah, I feel like LNG don't really want this, especially since they don't have any ultimates to engage with. Every single thing was used onto Jaculov and Tien. This time around, though, Top Esports are going to throw their hands up in the air. Pushing.
Magnificent performance on this Ziggs from Gala. Flawless KDA right now, and he is doing some insane damage in these fights. Red buff now, the target of everyone's ire. Hung steps up. Mako actually finds a Zenith Blade, and that's all he'll find. And suddenly, he's on the front line, and he doesn't want to be anymore. Bullet time onto Weiwei. Scout now over the wall, and he's found Jaculov again. How does he do it every single time? Forced back out of the play, and Jaculov doesn't quite go down. These extended engages are so sloppy back and forth, so incredibly close.
Oh, the TP flank coming in for 369.
Oh no, Gala, he stayed for the tower. Can he escape? 369 is trying to find him, but
He's
369 is going to walk into 4 people here. Buffers the CC, gets knocked up after the fact. The damage is slow, but it is enough to finish off. No! All out and a flash into the top side. Tien forced away by Gala, who is still going strong. And in the meantime, Zika took a tower.
And if you're wondering, how is this still going on? How has no one died as Tien uses his stall push right there?
And that's a sharp hold kick as well. Elder Dragon on the map, and Scout is just soloing it, by the way, while Top Esports consider whether or not they want to contest. Look at the damage that's already been done by Gala. It's so hard to push into the Sigs. The bombs just consistently flying out, and everyone from Top Esports jumped to pieces, and Scout finds it once more. It's too beautiful from the LNG mid laner. Gala escapes. He's burning. He will fall in the end. It doesn't matter, but his flawless KDA is ruined. LNG 19-8 as they dismantle Top Esports.
LNG do not allow access in the river to Top Esports. The bombs from Gala poked everyone's HP bar so low, and LNG with a very statement series versus Spring's second team in the LPL.
Absolutely magnificent stuff from LNG. A 2-0 over Top Esports, over the team that many heralded as the favorite of the group. Top Esports now.
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between Top Esports and LNG. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.